The other thing I think a lot of people want them to do too is stop taking pot shots at the royal family.
One of the things that I think the greatest debate about Harry and Meghan is their connection, their relationship with the royal family. Either it's the only way for them to stay relevant, or they desperately need a rebrand to separate themselves from the royal family. What do you make of that? Is the royal family the only thing that's keeping them relevant and interesting, or is there hope for a sort of rebrand where they can stand on their own 4 feet?
It's what kept them interesting in the very beginning. Everybody was intrigued by the royal family. Everyone wanted to hear what they said, but they're saying the same thing over and over again. You can say it only so many times. I mean, here in the US, for example, many people are comparing them to the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, that they're just going to really fade away. What they need to do right now is rebrand. For the US market in particular, one of the things that is hurting both of them is they come across as very humorless and very selfish. And what I'm saying is, one of the things that they could rebrand that would help them in the American market is they need to laugh at themselves a little bit. I mean, for example, I believe it was South Park did a skit on the two of them, and they were reported to be furious and enraged about it, and there was even some talk of legal action. And that, to many Americans, regardless of where you fall with the royal family, with Harry or Meghan, people don't like that. They like our celebrities in this market to really be able to laugh and go with the punches.
Yeah. Who do you think it's like almost like a sense of entitlement? Like, oh, I'm Harry and Meghan, I can put my name on anything and it'll go places. Do you get that sense from them? And then who do you think in Hollywood they should be, emulating at this point?
Oh, definitely. I think a lot of it was a sense of entitlement. I think a lot of it was, too, they were beginning to believe their own press, their own PR. And I see this happen so often, celebrities in the public relations field. And I think they really believed it. And they were in that bubble, and they did not see how it was affecting others and the PR disaster that was in the making. As far as who should they try to emulate, they should try to emulate really Angelina Jolie. She's handled her PR very good. And then just not as far as even the rebranding, but what they should do is two people who have been in crisis very much, and people thought the brands were damaged. Tom Cruise, for example. If you've noticed, he's recovered his brand. And a lot of it is he learned to stop getting angry, stop going nuclear. He calmed down. He also ignored some of the attacks that were said about him with Scientology and others. Even with his divorce with Katie Holmes, he stayed quiet. And what I would advise the two of them right now is to stay quiet, to hopefully recover from it. Do some charitable work, but don't play it up like they are the greatest thing that ever happened. The other thing I think a lot of people want them to do too is stop taking pot shots at the royal family and stop commenting on every issue, at least here in the United States, that's political. People do not like that in the United States market. I think the best thing they could do right now is take a step back, focus on the business deals that they have, try to salvage it, and also show their softer side. I mean, Prince Harry for a long time in the United States before the marriage was extremely popular. People felt he was approachable, that he was very much like his mother, and that he had a good sense of humor. Lately, they don't have that. Even his appearance with Stephen Colbert in the United States market was kind of a flop. He had a hard time really at laughing with himself. The other thing they need to do, and Harry particularly was very good with this in the past, is really show empathy for people who are suffering. When they're visiting hospitals or orphanages, they need to show it. And they need to also, as Angelina Jolie has done some of her work, is keep the cameras away when they're doing this.
Right.
And they need to show a little bit more humility.
For more news content and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.